Hey guys, it's me, your coach. For some of you, I'm your coach. Some of you, I'm your friend. Some of you just like to watch my videos. But listen, I want to talk to you a little more personal today. One of the things that somebody said to me is, man, the people want to get to know you a little bit. So I'm going to just tell you a little bit of who I am and how I got to be who I am today. This is not always who I've been. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to go from your misery to actually walking in joy and being very unsuccessful to becoming successful, if there's such a thing. I grew up and my life was filled with a lot of pain. I mean, lots and lots of pain. And what I would say is we call those soul wounds, where you have an incident or a situation or a trauma that takes place in your life, and it wounds you. And when that takes place, it has repercussions that last for years and years and years and years. And you are in what we call survival mode. In your subconscious, you're just trying to survive. And so for a lot of years, I lived just surviving, very primal, and just getting by from day to day. But there came a point in time when I didn't want to live that way anymore, that I wanted to be successful. And that was really, really hard because all I knew was how to be unsuccessful and how to lose. And one day I learned how to win, and I learned how to overcome. I learned how to be the head and not the tail, the above only and not the beneath. And when I found out that I could do that, I became addicted to it. And I started working harder and harder and harder and harder. Well, I'm gonna talk to you today about some principles that required that. I'm going to talk about wounds, and I'm going to talk about seeds. All of us are born with seeds inside of us. And the important thing about seeds is this. Seeds have a miracle within themselves. And you say, Coach, what do you mean? What I mean is that a seed has a miracle inside of it. And when that seed is put in the right environment, it reproduces after that particular seed. Example, if I have an orange seed and I plant it, it'll never give me an apple. It'll never give me grapes or a banana. It's only going to give me what that seed's ability is, the miracle that's in that seed. Another fascinating thing about that seed is that as long as it doesn't touch the soil and it stays animated from the soil and being nurtured, that seed will stay perfect for literally thousands of years. But the moment it touches the soil and it gets the moisture, then something takes place and it begins to germinate, and it eventually turns into something. Well, we have seeds inside of us. When your mother and father came together, they reproduced. He gave her a seed and voila, there you came. But inside of you, there are seeds. And those seeds that are inside of you could be a book. It could be a relationship. It could be the loss of the extra pounds that you're carrying. That is amazing. It could be the loss of the extra pounds that you're carrying. It could be an invention. It could be a business. It could amount to just about anything. But if you have wounds, what wounds do is they protect the seed. And I had a lot of wounds protecting my seed. I didn't realize that I could be an inventor. I didn't realize that I could do a lot of things that I'm really capable of doing until some of the hurts and the traumas in my life were healed. If you look behind me, these are some of the things that are a result of getting rid of the hurt. Now, when the wound was healed, the wound was covering the seed. Here the seed is in the middle. The wound was covering the seed, and when the wound was healed, it turned into a scar. But then that seed was released, and it dropped into the soil of my heart, and it started to germinate, and it started to bring forth fruit. Well, that fruit became books. That fruit became inventions. That fruit became products. You have something inside of you that if you can get rid of whatever's protecting the seed, it'll grow. Some of you have insecurity. Some of you have fears. Some of you have traumas from rejection, abandonment. You can go on and on and on. And this, you may not think, has anything to do with working out or building your body, but before I could become Mr. Universe 7 times, before I could win the Olympia 7 times, I had to get rid of some of these hurts because they hurt my belief system. I didn't believe in Ron Williams. I had to start believing in me so that I could start producing the fruit. It even affected my workouts. I had extra body fat that didn't belong to me because of some of the wounds that I had that were deep, deep, deep down inside. So my thing to you today is I want you to examine yourself to say, what type of hurts do I have? What type of insecurities do I have? Why are they there? Where did they come from? And if I get rid of them, what type of seed will be released so that it can, reproduce after its kind? I personally believe that every individual has at least one book inside of them. Every individual has at least one book. That's just me talking. It may not be true, but I really believe that everybody has at least one book. Something that that you could share with the world that could change other people's lives. Regardless if you have a book in you or not, I want to say this. Wouldn't it be a sad thing for you to die and go to your grave and you left, for instance, 20 seeds that were covered by some hurt or some pain or some insecurity that didn't allow that seed to be planted? And there's a book screaming, "Why didn't you write me?" There's a company that's saying, "I should have been started. I could have facilitated 1,000 families and fed them and took care of them," or an invention or a cure of some sort of cancer. "I could have saved millions of lives, but you never invented me because you didn't get rid of the pain that was in your own personal life." So I want you to examine yourself and think. Think deep. Don't think so small of yourself to think this is all that you have to offer. I've had some seeds that were uncovered, that were planted, and they produced. But guess what? I've got more. So I'm constantly digging deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'm bringing people along, as many people as I can help. That's what I want to do. If you want to start this process and you say, "Ron, I am so interested in what you said today. Tell me more," let me know. God bless you. Until next time, Coach out.